Hi guys, Emily from Aussie Free Girl here, back with a pantry challenge video. So it is the 3rd of January, and in January we have a couple of unexpected expenses that have popped up, including I need a new dryer because Miss Ford decided to try and help and broke the door off, and then when hubby was reattaching the door, he accidentally broke something inside of it and it caught fire and nearly burnt the house down. So I need a new dryer. And yes, I can use the clothesline, but it's in a shady spot. It's small. It doesn't even take a whole load. And I have a newborn and 2 other children, and I run a business from home. So a dryer is one of those things that I choose to spend money on, and it only really costs me about $5 extra a month in power, but it gives me back my sanity and some time in my day. So I'm going to be buying a new dryer. I've had a look around, and the cheapest quality dryer that's the size I need I can find is $380 from Bunnings. So that is my goal that I'm going to go for. So one of the ways I'm going to have to do that is I'm going to hustle, but I'm also going to cut our expenses with a pantry challenge and also using up some of the Christmas leftovers that I still have left. So if you like this kind of content, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share it with somebody else who might like this kind of thing. Bye. Alright, so if you've been around for a pantry challenge with me before, you know what this is. This is my pantry challenge basket. It's a big basket that I go through the cupboard and pantry, and I pull out anything I have too much of, anything that's an open packet, anything that's getting close to its expiry, or that we don't eat a lot of anymore, and I just want to get turned over out of the pantry. I use this and stick it up here. I have 2 now, one for gluten-free and one for not gluten-free, up here, full with food, and it sits on top of my freezers. It's super annoying. I hate looking at it, so it makes me want to use it up faster. And then when it gets empty, I do the same thing again until I'm happy with the levels in my cupboard. And then if I have weird, awkward amounts of pantry staple items, I'll stick them in here to encourage me to use them faster. This also could live in your cupboard. I usually keep mine in my cupboard unless I'm doing a pantry challenge, and then I look there first and I'm looking for meal ideas. You can also see this in some of the other pantry challenges on my channel, like Shelf Timber and my lockdown pantry challenge from early last year. Alright, so how do I do this and what are the rules? First thing I do is I go through my pantry and my fridge, my freezers, give them a wipe down, see whatever meets those categories and stick them in the baskets and organize the baskets. Then I decide what rules I want to set depending on how much I have and what I need to use up and what events we have going on, back to school, all that kind of thing. So for this pantry challenge, my budget is going to be $50 a week. That's because I still need to buy fruit, milk, bread, cheeses, and the prices at the moment are not cheap, and there are a lot of shortages at my Woolworths and Coles specifically. So I may have to get a $7 loaf of bread rather than a $3 loaf of bread. So I want to give myself a little room, especially because we eat a lot of fruit and veggies, and with school coming, we'll have a lot of fruit and veggies that we need to bring in for school lunches. So $50 a week, every week. I'm going to use up as much as I can for the entire month. If something comes up and I need to buy something specifically, I'm going to take it out of that $50 first. I'm not going to be pedantic about it. Life happens. I will still be keeping an eye out for any good deals that I can add to my stockpile, especially because I've been sick for most of December and I had a baby and I was super pregnant and all those things, so we've eaten through most of our stockpile. So if I do see any really good deals, I will grab those with the rest of the grocery haul money that I would usually spend. And then anything that's left over I will save and or put into my budget for stockpiling and other expenses. Other expenses this month it's Miss 4 becomes Miss 5. So I'll be making a cake out of here, and I'll probably buy some lollies and chips and stuff just to celebrate for a little house party. And that won't come out of my $50 budget. So you can set your own rules, whatever you want, however you want to run it. This is how I'm going to do it, and I'm going to show you, take you on a tour of my pantry, my fridge, and my freezers now. cleaned out the fridge. I have butter, yogurt, leftover Parmesan chicken snacks, some blueberries, some dark chocolate, and some butter for baking, kimchi that I've had forever, that lasts forever, one big banana, some oldish vanilla yogurt that I need to use up, some bread, gluten-free bread, that's for a HelloFresh meal, 2 quick HelloFresh meals, a bunch of bone broth, and pork and beef collagen fat that I've saved here that I can use for a base. That's just pumping stuff. A ton of fruit and veggies that I'd like to work through. Some onions, potatoes, cucumbers, zucchini, lots of fruit. This is fresh fruit from this week's grocery haul. Carrots, some not looking so great cabbage that I'll use up, some more bananas, some apples, and capsicum, potatoes in there. Down here I have some sliced cheese, some shredded cheese, some bacon, leftover HelloFresh stuff here, some block cheese, some ham, and more leftover HelloFresh bits and pieces. I'm going to go through all that and organize them back into these. This is like my saucies and like my little tubs of stuff from leftover HelloFresh that I bust out occasionally. And there's the door. Garlic. I got some cheese, cream, some sour cream, some cream cheese, more pickled ginger, some salsa, some herbs, some pickles, some ginger, some eggs, condiments. My nice neat pantry all wiped down and reorganized. I have my leftover HelloFresh stuff in here, so lots of fine breadcrumbs and panko breadcrumbs for when we make a meal gluten-free, but hubby still uses that for deep fried stuff. Lots of spices. That's Parmesan cheese that I got super cheap. Got some miso soup and some fried onions in here. Some nuts. Little packets of rice. My mother-in-law has had a gastric surgery, so she can't have any kind of rice. So when she gets HelloFresh, she gives us the rice and the stuff she can't have, and we give her the oyster sauce and the hoisin sauces and stuff that I can't have because it's full of gluten. So I've got some of those, some crispy shallots, crushed peanuts, more spices, and some taco seasonings. Also have things like honey and maple syrup and basic baking stuff. I have all my Asian condiments and ingredients there. I have some oil. I have the fat in the fridge that I can use for a base. I got some cereal, pastas, sushi rice, nori, all of that. So I have plenty of options for things I can make and plenty of room to wiggle. So I'll show you that. So in my new freezer we have icebox, ice cream, almost gone, leftover sausages from my New Year's Eve sausages I got, packet of pork sizzle steaks, and a packet of turkey mini drumsticks that I got that you have seen in my last grocery haul video. The rest is empty for now. This is going to predominantly be either milk freezer or a meat freezer. I'm leaning towards milk, and then I'll have the food in the other two. So these are my 2 pantry baskets. I have some pasta, a Betty Crocker mix, some noodles. Doesn't matter if I use those up, they still got ages on the expiry. But I have like a bunch of packets, so I could. A few lasagna sheets, some rice squares, some rice cakes, maybe half a box of these, which I will use for snacks, half a box of those for snacks. That's my gluten-free basket so far. Moving on, oh, that's very heavy. Moving on to my not gluten-free basket, I have fettuccine. A lot of the time with the HelloFresh meals, if they have got pasta or something in them, they send enough for 4 people, so I'll use half the pasta. This had 2 packets. I use half the pasta and do half gluten-free. So I have some fettuccine. This was from a Christmas hamper and a Christmas hamper. This is half full. This hasn't been opened. Half a thing of pretzels. 1 little thing of Pop-Tarts, which I've kind of hidden. Some noodle packets that came in a hamper. Some more corn crackers. Some cheese shapes, about half a box there. 1 mac and cheese packet. Some taco shells. Some taco pockets. Some green onion crackers that came in the hamper. Some cup of soups. Might be a bit too hot for those. They might have to stay until next pantry challenge. A vanilla cake mix and some lasagna sheets. I have more boxes of those in the stockpile that I could use up because I have about 20 packets of them. And some tortillas at the back there. So that's what's starting my pantry challenge basket with. I can still use things in the fridge and the freezers, but these are the things that I want to use up first, or the most. Alright guys, if you like this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye! Oh.